Hey guys, Bree from Bree Beers and Associates here, and today I'm talking to PPP borrowers who were overfunded on their loans. I know there's a lot of you out there that got more than you should have for various reasons, so today we're going to talk about how you identify if you were overfunded and what happens if you were overfunded. So first we want to figure out, how do I know if I was overfunded on my PPP loan? So to determine if you were overfunded, we got to know what we should have gotten, what we really qualified for. So let me start with my businesses who had employees. Your loan amount should have been based off of your 2019 W-2 wages. Now, you were allowed to add in costs such as health insurance and retirement contributions, but that's it. That's all that could be added to your gross wages to come up with your ending PPP loan amount. The big thing here is that only W-2 employees qualified, not 1099 independent contractors who you paid. So this is our first red flag. If your PPP loan amount included payments made to 1099 contractors, you were overfunded. So for my C Corp owners and my S Corp owners, your owner pay is whatever your business paid you via W-2 wages. That's it. That's what was included. So red flag number 2, if as a business owner of a C Corp or an S Corp, you also included your dividends or your distributions or your draws, whatever word you want to use, then you were overfunded. Those should not have been included. So for my Schedule C owners, right? That's my sole props, my single member LLCs, my independent contractors, my gig workers, my self-employed people, right? Your loan amount should have been your Schedule C, line 31, divided by 12 months, right? Multiplied by 2.5, because 2.5 months is what you qualified for. Okay, that is what your loan amount should have been. This amount was also capped. So if your line 31 was 100 grand or more, your PPP loan amount was capped at $20,833. So my third red flag is that some loans for Schedule C owners were based off 2018 tax returns or estimates of their 2019 returns, or they based it off your 2019 1099s paid to you, which don't take into account your expenses. So if you were a Schedule C and you were overfunded for any of these reasons, then you were overfunded. We kind of talked about this, but just to recap for all of my business owners, whether you're an S Corp, a C Corp, or a Schedule C, your owner wages were capped at that $100,000, meaning the loan amount for your wages was $20,833. So red flag number 4 is if you were given more than that for your owner pay, then you were overfunded. So what do you do if you were overfunded? So this is hard because for most of 2020, we were kind of under the assumption that even if you were overfunded, they were gonna let you keep the money, and as long as you spent it in qualified ways, you'd be okay. That is not the case. Specific guidance, a specific notice actually came out that stated, if you were overfunded for any reason, whether it was a mistake on your end or a mistake on the bank's end, doesn't matter. If you were overfunded, you are only going to be forgiven for the amount you should have gotten. Meaning, let's give an example. Let's say we do these calculations and we should have gotten $5,000, but for some reason we got $10,000, all right? The SBA is only going to forgive that $5,000 we should have received, okay? So what happens to that other chunk of money? It becomes a loan. But the good news is that you don't have to repay the whole entire amount. You don't default on being able to be forgiven for the legit portion. You're not gonna go to jail. Jail is always something people are scared of when it comes to the IRS, but no jail, okay? So the good news is they're still gonna let you take what you should have gotten and get it forgiven, and that's great. And then that extra money you can actually keep, and it's just gonna be a 1% loan under those normal PPP loan terms. That said, if you don't want it to be a loan, you can simply repay whatever amount you were overfunded that you're not going to be forgiven. It'll have minimal interest that has accrued since the time you got it, but you can pay it back and be done. If you guys have any questions about what we talked about today, go ahead and leave a comment below. And then I highly suggest you head on over to our Facebook community, Money, Taxes, and Finance for Small Business, because these topics are what we talk about on a regular basis and have live trainings on every week. You can access that group by clicking the link in the description box. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and while you're loving on me hard, go ahead and hit the notification bell so you never miss a future video.